Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in the last video we talked about the femoral triangle, and in this video we will learn about the femoral sheath and the canal. So without wasting time, let's get started with the video. So first we will draw the femoral sheath and the femoral canal, and then we will move onwards. So here I am drawing the first diagram. So this is So this one is our like femoral sheath. The femoral sheath is nothing but basically the fascia of the abdomen extending in the femoral region or in the thigh region. So there are two fascia which makes the femoral sheath. The one is fascia transversalis and the second one is fascia iliaca. Anteriorly it is formed by the fascia transversalis and posteriorly by the fascia iliaca, right? So here I am writing about a description about it. So the femoral sheath is a, first of all, its shape. It is a funnel shaped. Right? So it is a funnel shaped sleeve of a fascia, and its length, now its length is 3 to 4 centimeter. Three to 4 centimeter, right? Then now we have to think, I told you in my last video that it has three things: the femoral artery, femoral vein, and the lymphatics. So it is divided by the intramuscular septums. So the intramuscular septum I'll show in this figure, but for here let's discuss about its boundaries and its contents superficially. So the first one here is femoral artery. Right? Then the second one is femoral vein. The femoral nerve is not included in this femoral sheath. And the last one is our femoral lymphatics. So here we have the femoral lymphatics. So now it's made up of its composition. So here I am writing composition. First of all, its composition. Now then we will learn about its contents. The first composition is anteriorly fascia transversalis. Then it's posteriorly, it's fascia iliaca, right? So these both are the walls, or I can say that the femoral sheath is made up of these two, right? Then now its contents. Here I'm gonna draw another diagram in which I will show the septas too. Right? So there are three compartments of the femoral sheath. So here I am drawing. These are the septas dividing this femoral sheath into three compartments. In the first compartment we have our femoral artery. In the second compartment we have our femoral vein, and in the third compartment we have our lymphatics, right? So the three compartments, now let me name these compartments. You can easily think that it is the medial side and this one is the lateral side, right? So this one would be the lateral compartment, this one is the intermediate, this one is the medial, and these all are the compartments, right? Now let's write its contents. So contents, three contents. Let's revise it. The first one, femoral artery. Second one, femoral vein. And the third one is lymphatics. The lymphatics has a special name that we will discuss in the femoral canal. Lymphatics, right? So this is, and yes, the now let's move onward for the our last one, that is the femoral canal. So here let's draw another diagram. This is our thigh. Here is the anterior superior iliac spine, and here is the pubic tubercle. Here is our inguinal ligament, right? So this is our femoral artery. Then we have our femoral vein, and the last one I told you was our lymphatics. Now the femoral canal is basically nothing but the medial compartment of the femoral sheath. So let me write here, it is the medial compartment of femoral sheath, right? So here then now let's draw the femoral sheath here. This is our femoral sheath, covering up to 3 to 4 centimeter here, the femoral vessels, right? So the medial compartment of the femoral sheath is called the femoral canal. So let's highlight this here. So this is our femoral canal, right? This one is our femoral canal. Now femoral canal. So the femoral canal is the medial compartment of the femoral sheath. Now one more thing about the femoral canal is that the upper opening of the femoral canal is called the femoral ring. Now let's see this. For example, this is our canal. Canal is something like this. Inside here, inside these all are lying inside these. Now you can see this upper boundary, this one. This is this thing of the femoral canal is called the femoral ring. Easy. So the upper boundary or the entrance point of the femoral canal is called the femoral ring. So here let's write about the femoral ring. So this is the upper part of femoral canal. The femoral canal consists of the lymphatics. has a special name that is called cloacate, the lymph nodes of the cloacate or the Gruson-Muller. So these lymphatics has a special name that is called lymph node of cloacate or Gruson-Muller, right? So they have the special name. Here I have written this lymph nodes. Then now something main. Now first of all, let me tell you the boundaries of the femoral ring, and the boundaries of the femoral ring are mostly asked in the exams. So let's write here boundaries. Now it has the boundaries. The first boundary is its anterior boundary. So anteriorly it is made by the inguinal ligament, right? Then its posterior boundary. Its posterior boundary is formed by the pectineus muscle, or the pectineus ligament also is there present there. And then its medial boundary. Medially, the lacunar ligament is present. Lacunar ligament, I have already told you that it is the modification of the inguinal ligament, right? Then we have our last one, that is lateral boundary. The lateral boundary you can see here, it is formed by the intramuscular septa. So it is the femoral intramuscular septa. So let me write here lateral boundary, intramuscular septa. Right. Now some more points about the femoral sheath. The femoral sheath is asymmetrical. So it is asymmetrical. Right. Now you can see here it is asymmetrical because here from here it is not flat because it has no shape here. So it's called that it is asymmetrical in shape, right? Then one more thing about this femoral sheath is that it is the downward protrusion. Protrusion is nothing but, we can say, extension of fascial lining of abdominal walls into thigh. I have already cleared this to you, that it is made up of two abdominal walls that are extending here. The one is fascia transversalis and the second one is fascia iliaca, right? Then it allows femoral artery and vein to glide deep to the inguinal ligament. It's seen that here we can see that here upward is inguinal ligament and deep to it is the, here is the femoral sheath. So femoral sheath allows these femoral vessels to glide beneath the inguinal ligament, right? Then one more, then the next thing about the femoral canal. So the femoral canal, or the upper ending of the femoral canal, that is the femoral ring, is closed by closed by the femoral septum or the condensation of extraperitoneal septum, that is called the femoral septum. What happens is just basically the femoral septums forms a condensation, or they join to form, and then they close this part here. So let me draw it here. It is closed by, this one is the condensation of the femoral septum. So right. Then the next thing is that femoral canal. Yes, one more thing about the femoral canal is that it is the weak point in the lower abdomen and is a site of the femoral hernia. So femoral canal, here I am writing, it's a weak point and a common point for the femoral hernia. Common point for femoral hernia, right? So and yes, now think about that, what happens to the sides, to the ends of the like the lower end of the canal. So its lower end is closed by the adherence of the medial wall to the tunica adventitia, that is the outer layer of the femoral vein. So the femoral canal, here let me write, the lower, sorry guys, the lower end of femoral canal closed by adherence of medial wall to the tunica adventitia of femoral vein, right? Then let's have some points about the femoral hernia. Let me write it here, femoral hernia. Femoral hernia is more common in females than in males because of the wider pelvis. More common in females because of wider pelvis, right? Then in the femoral hernia, what happens is that the internal abdominal pressure rises, and when a person cough extremely or the forcefully, then what happens that because of the higher internal abdominal pressure rise, the blood comes out of the body, and we can call it the blood comes out as the vomiting. So like we can say that the vomit of the blood happens. And yes, the femoral hernia can be easily seen in the thigh region near the femoral sheath, because what happens is that the abdomen, because this is all made up of the abdominal fascia. So what happens is that the abdominal contents flow here, and what they do is that they enter in this canal and then pass here, and because of the protrusion of the abdominal contents into the femur, into the thigh region, in the middle compartment of the thigh, that is femoral canal, a protrusion can be seen in the femur, in the thigh region. So extension can be seen in the, or the protrusion can be seen in thigh region. Medial aspect, the thigh region, and in this that the abdominal contents flow into the thigh, right? So guys, here we are done with our today's topic, that is the femoral sheath and the canal, and we have also covered our femoral ring and the femoral hernia. So thank you guys for watching, and yes, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe my channel. So thank you so much.